Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. I'm Tess and I post a bunch of different content here on YouTube, and today's vlog is going to be a little bit different than most of my other reading vlogs, which is always fun. If you guys can't tell by the dolls behind me and also the pets up here, I have been a huge American Girl fan pretty much most of my life. With the books and the dolls and stuff like that, I grew up around it, so it's been a big part of my love of reading and history and stuff like that. So this year is their 40th anniversary, and I went into a Facebook group a couple weeks ago and asked the group if they know an idea of when it started, like the day when it started. And I did get two answers technically. One of them was September, which is like what the vast majority of people were talking about, was September. And then one person also said May. And then when I checked my email the other day, I saw one from the Orlando store that said that there was going to be an event in May for it, for like the anniversary. So I figured I'm going to do a two-part video. This is obviously part one. Part two will be out on September 1st. And today's vlog, I'm going to be choosing 5 books from the first 3 characters, who are Molly, Samantha, and Kirsten, which if you look behind me right here, this is my Molly doll. She's technically a Molly, but she's modern, so I've renamed her Kate. And then right next to her is my Kirsten. Samantha is just out of view. You can kind of see the top of her head right here. But I will post a picture of the 3 of them next to each other because I do actually have a couple pictures of them. So I went and wrote down 8 mystery books. Actually, there's literally 8 mysteries between the 3 of them that I have not read. And I was just not really wanting to reread all the original 6 books because that's just a lot of reading for 1 week. I went ahead and I wrote down the 8 books that I have not read from each character. And of course, me being me, you guys know I love the dice. I let my D8 determine which books I'm reading each day. And I have another fun twist I think I want to add to it. I'm going to time myself to see how long it takes me to read each book. I mean, honestly, they're all under 200 pages and like the font is really big. These books are also kind of small. Like this is my hand, like compared to that. So they're not huge books, and it's not going to take me long to do, but I think it'll be fun because as long as it's probably been over 20 years or around 20 years since I'd read the original 6-book series of any of the girls, honestly. But at the same time, I've read them so many times that I know the exact story of each character. So I'd read them so many times that it's just like I know what happens in everyone's story, so it's not even like I'm spoiling anything. And also, I did see the adult novel that is coming out about Samantha, and I'm very excited about that. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to roll the dice, and we'll see which books that we're picking for this week. Alrighty, so the D8 has decided. So the first list is the one we're going with today. And then this is the list for September, which obviously haven't done that one yet because it's still 4 months out. And the first book that I'm going to be reading today, which is Monday, is going to be The Runaway Friend, which is a Kirsten mystery. And all I know about this one is that one of her friends goes missing and she has to figure out what happened to him. And that's all I really know about it. Tomorrow's read, we're going to Samantha's World, and we are reading The Cry of the Loon, which I think this one is one of the older mysteries too, because you'll see a couple different formats of these mysteries. We are visiting Molly on Wednesday, and we are reading A Spy on the Home Front, which is probably one of the OGs, I think, that came out like 2005 or 6, I want to say. And on Thursday, we're going back to Molly, and we are reading A Light in the Cellar. We are wrapping it up with my favorite character, Samantha, and we're reading Danger in Paris on Friday. And these books are obviously, like I said, ones that I have not read, so I don't know really much of any of the storylines or publication dates or whatever, so each one has, like, I think anywhere from like 100 to 200 pages, so they're going to be quick reads. I'm intrigued to see how long it's going to take me to read each book, so, and see what I think of them. Honestly, they're probably all going to be 5 stars, so don't even like ask about the ratings, because American Girl books, I read them for nostalgia, honestly. I'm going to start The Runaway Friend, and I will let you know probably when I get a little bit through and see how long it takes me to read this book. Hey guys, so it is actually Wednesday now. I haven't been reading really the last couple days because I've been working and stuff, and I've been busy with some things, so I haven't really been reading much, but I'm still working on The Runaway Friend. I just reached the halfway point. I'm on page 84, and according to my watch, I've been reading for 35 minutes and 2 seconds. So this is actually a quicker read than I was expecting it to be. But honestly, it's really cute. A friend of Kirsten's family has gone missing, and she's trying to figure out where he might have gone or what he might have been trying to find. And it's actually really cute. It's definitely, you definitely have to remember that she's only, I think, 9 or 10 in here. I don't remember where, like, in her storyline that this takes place. But it is really cute, and yeah, I'm like literally halfway through the book right now. And what's really cool is that all of American Girl's books, like all the historical books, I'm not sure about the newer ones, but at least with the older ones, they have what they call like looking back, like it's called like a peek into the past or something like that. And they kind of show like different pictures and different things of what life was like back in whatever time period the story is. So in Kirsten's books, it has a little peek of what life may have been like in the Midwest in the 1850s, and I think that's really cool that they did that. Like, for example, Samantha's books will be like what life was like in New York City in the turn of the century, and Molly's was going to be like what's life like for someone who lives in the Midwest in the 1940s during World War II. And I just think that that's really cool, just kind of get like a little snippet of the past, like what life was like back then. So anyway guys, I'm going to finish reading The Runaway Friend, and I will catch you when I finish. Alrighty, so I just finished The Runaway Friend, and honestly, this was really cute. It ended a little bit anticlimactically, where Eric just like randomly just walks in the house. So good to know that he was safe and that everybody was safe and no one was harmed. But it was still kind of nice that Kirsten was able to figure out where he might have gone and pretty much solved everything with just a marble. And that was very interesting. So this was really cute. If you love Kirsten stories, definitely go for this one. But also, why is this the only Kirsten mystery that's been out that's ever released in the last 20 years? Because I think they started coming out with the mysteries in like 2005, I want to say. And why does my girl Kirsten only have one mystery? Like, seriously, my girl, like, no, like give my girl Kirsten some more mysteries, please. But anyway, I'm watching some reading sprints right now, and on the next sprint I'm going to be starting Cry of the Loon, which is like one of the only hardcovers I have to. But also we're gonna go see Samantha and Nellie, but also this does not look like Nellie like at all. So we're gonna see how this works. That really does not look like Nellie. Like, that's so weird. Maybe from like the original books or whatever, but that does not look like Nellie to me. But wait, next reading sprint, I'm going to be starting Cry of the Loon, and I will let you know how that goes. Also, the fact that I finished The Runaway Friend in an hour, 7 minutes, and 41 seconds. So that was a very quick read. That was 169 pages in 68 minutes, essentially. So yeah, I'll update you guys when I get a little bit through Cry of the Loon. So I have made it to page 80 of Cry of the Loon. And honestly, this was so nice to be back with Samantha, because Samantha has been my favorite American Girl character since like literally 2000. So it's been really nice kind of revisiting her world a little bit, and also just like canonically this takes place after Changes for Samantha, when her Uncle Gart and Aunt Cornelia officially adopted Nellie, Bridget, and Jenny. And it's really cute to hear them call Grandmary, Grandmary. It's just, oh my gosh, this is so cute. We're kind of trying to figure out who broke the stair, or who like messed with the step that Grandmary fell on. And also just trying to figure out, like, are they selling, or like, is she selling the property or not? And also, if you're familiar with the lore of American Girl in general, the new Girl of the Year is canonically Samantha's great-granddaughter, I think. Yeah, great-granddaughter. So there's actually Piney Point, like a little homage to Piney Point in her stories too. So anyway, guys, it's been literally 30 minutes and 16 seconds basically since I started this book, and I'm already like halfway through. So these are, like I said, these are extremely quick reads. I'm not rushing through these at all, I promise you guys. But it's just so interesting that these are such quick reads compared to like what I normally pick up. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to reading, and I'll update you guys when I finish. Alrighty, so it is a little while later. It's probably like a few hours later actually. And I just finished The Cry of the Loon. This one ended so cute, actually. I was not expecting the twist at the end. The last couple chapters had a twist that I was not fully expecting. I was suspicious of the wrong characters, honestly. I thought the boys had something to do with it, and it was not them. So this was actually really cute, and I just love it. Like, going back to Samantha's world is just like so nostalgic, because Samantha has always been my favorite American Girl character, and I just love her. And I love Nellie and Bridget and Jenny and Grandmary. Oh my gosh. I'll always picture Mia Farrow whenever I picture Grandmary, because she played that part so well, so elegantly, so just perfect. So anyway, I might start the next one. The next book is going to be A Spy on the Home Front, and I'm going to start it, but I'm probably not going to finish it tonight. This one's going to be on my iPad because I don't have it physically, and it's just easier for me to get the ebooks because I'm just looking like a couple days before I started this video, so I figured I might as well just get it done on ebook on the Nook app. So I'm going to dive into Molly's world and kind of see what happens. I read The Cry of the Loon in an hour, 6 minutes, and 21 seconds. An hour, 6 minutes, and 21 seconds that I finished that book. So anyway, guys, I will catch you with another update. Guys, so it is a couple days later. It's Saturday, and I definitely fell off the wagon for this challenge, but it's okay. I'm not even sure how far along in The Spy on the Homefront I am, but I'm on chapter 7 or page 39, and this is really cute. It's about Molly's friend, or she's visiting her grandparents, and her friend's family is being threatened because they're German, and she's trying to help save her friend's brother from being arrested, even though he has nothing to do with being a spy or anything. So this is really cute. I'm flying through it. I've only been reading for like maybe like 30 minutes, and I'm on page 39, so yeah. But anyway, guys, I have to go to work, but I will finish this when I get home, and I'm going to start The Light in the Cellar and then Danger in Paris maybe after that. Depends on how tired I am. So anyway, guys. Alrighty, guys, so it is Sunday now. I didn't read really much of anything yesterday, but I did just finish A Spy on the Homefront, which is the third book in the vlog, and this one was really cute. This one ended actually pretty nicely. Like, I kind of guessed like the who did it, but at the same time I also didn't, because there was a little bit of a twist at the end, so that's always nice when they throw just like little tiny plot twists where it's like the suspicion is valid, but also a little tiny bit off enough to be like, oh really, I didn't notice that. So I really like that one. I'm about to read A Light in the Cellar before I get ready for work. So that is the next one, and I will update you guys when I get about halfway through that one. So I forgot to mention that I finished that one in 58 minutes and 1 second. So that was a little bit under an hour. This one is about 5 pages longer, so it might take me right at an hour or so to finish it. But honestly, I'm not mad about the progress. I'm not mad at the fact that now I've read 6 books in a month, and by the time I finish the books for this vlog and then my book club book, I'll be at 9 books for April. So I can't be mad about that, honestly. My goal was 3 a month, so that's a whole quarter of my goal in a month. So yeah. Guys, so it's a little bit later and I actually have to stop reading to get ready for work, but I'm a little over halfway through A Light in the Cellar. I think I'm on page like 40, and it's really cute. It is about a manor, and Molly and Emily are volunteering with their school to take magazines and everything to the hospital. And there's a lady in the hospital, I don't remember what she's in there for, but she owns the manor, and Molly and Emily had to get her reading glasses from there. And while she was there, she saw a couple suspicious people in a truck, so wondering who the people in the truck were because they didn't recognize them, and if she's going to say anything to the lady about it. So it's really cute. I love just like going back and reading these books every so often. Like, I should probably do this periodically, but they don't write a lot of new stuff for historical characters, so it kind of sucks. So like, once I read all the books, then that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'm going to get ready for work and should finish this when I get done. Alright guys, I apologize about the lighting, but it is currently like 2:30 in the morning and I wanted to record this before I went to bed, but I just finished The Light in the Cellar, which is Molly's mystery. And this one turned out really cute, actually. My suspicion wasn't exactly right, but I'm not really mad about it. So it ended really nicely, and I don't know, it was really cute. That's really like kind of the vibe I'm going for, is like the nice nostalgic vibe of these stories and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, and then after I get off work, I'm going to read Danger in Paris, which is a Samantha mystery, which is a newer Samantha mystery, so it's a Be Forever one. So I've not read anything Be Forever like ever, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway guys, I'm gonna go to bed and I'll talk to you later. Also forgot to mention that I finished this in 1 hour and 50 seconds. So this is like the second quickest that I finished a book this week, so we'll see. We'll see how long it takes me to read Danger in Paris, because I think that one's a little bit longer. Alrighty guys, so ignore my hair because it's doing whatever it wants to do after work today. But I'm about halfway through Danger in Paris, and this one follows Samantha and Nellie as they go with Grand Mary and the Admiral to Paris. And there is an incident where the Admiral falls, and then there's someone's wallet is stolen. So they're trying to figure out who did it, basically. And it's really cute. Like, I just love Samantha and Nellie's friendship, and that a lot of the mysteries take place after Nellie and her sisters get adopted by Uncle Gar and Aunt Cornelia, which I think that happens in Changes for Samantha, I want to say. But also in the movie it happens like kind of toward the end, so it kind of makes sense. The movie timeline was slightly different than the book timeline, so these books, these are just, oh my god, these books are so nostalgic. And I'm cutting it very close with this video because the lighting is also kind of crap right now, but it's fine. I'm cutting it very close because it's April 30th and I'm trying to upload this video tomorrow. So I have been reading for 44 minutes and 27 seconds and I'm a little bit over halfway done. So anyway guys, I'm going to finish this and I will let you know my final thoughts and just wrap up the video. Guys, so I'm sitting outside reading because it's been really nice out this evening, and I just finished Danger in Paris, and I had suspicions of who it was. I had a few, actually. Most of them were wrong, but I did get this one right. I did successfully kind of figure out who did it. Also ignore my nail, it broke off at work today, it's fine. But anyway, that's going to conclude the vlog. In all, I read 5 American Girl books that were based on the first 3 characters, and I just love just revisiting these worlds. Like, I love revisiting the characters and everything, so I should probably try to do these more often because I just love the nostalgia. Like, I'm just doing this for nostalgia and also just because it's just fun to switch up the vlogs every now and then. And I don't usually read a lot of like middle grade type books, so this one was about Samantha and Ellie's trip to Paris, and they were having people were having things stolen, and the admiral had an injury, so we're trying to figure out who stole things from one of the other tour, like people on the tour, and then the admiral as well had something stolen from him, so we're trying to figure out who did that and who tried to harm the admiral and why they were trying to do it too. So we got a little bit of the reason why, but not completely the reason why, but it's okay. So anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video, give a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you Sunday with episode 6 of Roll for Reads.